2014 January, and I knew he was the man to follow. And I've just been following him through all the different programs since that time. And here I am now. I've made some money selling some affiliate products, but mostly my income has come from helping other people build their online presence, build funnels, autoresponders, set all that stuff up, and drive traffic for them. But now we've got the Project Breakthrough I'm going to start today, and then work on developing the funnel for PPC Mastery, the crash course.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. And I'm in Redondo. I'm in Redondo Beach, JJ. San Diego's nice, but Redondo Beach is pretty nice too.
So Garrett, you actually have ties to Hawaii, right?
Yeah, my family's from the Big Island of Hawaii, and I lived in Hawaii from 1992 to 2002.
All right, thanks, man.
It's the place.
That's why the big aloha, right?
Yeah.
Well, we got Ben Moot. We got Ben Moot on our.
Hey, there's Ben.
Hey.
Ben has a new job coming up, or he just started. But hey Ben, about introducing yourself. We have a couple of new people on our panel.
Yeah, I see Zacharias. Hey, Zacharias.
That's
Hey,
it.
how you doing, man?
Good. Nice to meet you. So nice to see everyone else. Nice to see you, Sharon, after last week. Kelvin and everyone else, man, we're all here. So a little bit about me. I am working on my resolve from personal breakthrough. So I'm trying to figure out what amounts I'm committing to, and having a hard time with that. At the same time, because I know my budget, I'm trying to figure it out. Anyways, I applied for that job. And my job would be doing pay-per-click marketing, everything that we do here for another company.
Oh,
So that'd be cool. So I'll hear about that in a week and a half or so. And then let's see. Other than that, I'm High Traffic Academy. I'm elite. I love it. So. Oh, and I made last week we talked about the. I created that I am statement thing. I talked about creating like your character, how to build yourself, your character and stuff. I've got that link for you, so I will share that with you in just a minute, guys. It'll just be on the side. But yeah.
Thank you. And you're from Georgia, right? Right now.
Yeah, I'm in Georgia.
Atlanta.
Yep. Grew up in Idaho, but landed in Georgia.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot, Ben.
Yeah,
so,
no problem.
So one of the guys, a couple of the guys, you guys remember, we had Rory Jones. I think Rory, I think he joined us on our first hangout, didn't he, Ben? Rory's time schedule is off, but Rory is one of the initial person that we talked about putting together our hangout. And well, what's awesome is because he can't be here because of his job and time conflict, that he sends us a video for us to review, and he makes it for us, and it's really content filled for the times that we're in right now, the things that we're trying to figure out. And I'd like to take this time to play that video, if you guys don't mind. We had a video last week, the week before, right, Sharon? We had a video from Rory. So he takes the time to do this. I have in the chat box, I have a PDF that he sent me to go along with the video that we have today. The video is about 8 minutes. You guys can bear with us on that, and I'll go to my email and just click on it and play it through YouTube, okay? And then we can continue on. I'm gonna go to screen share, and we'll play this video from Rory. Rory, where are you, Rory? Okay, Rory. Where's this video?
Not that top one right there?
Here we go.
Hey everybody, Rory here. Today I wanted to talk to you about the science of persuasion.
Can you guys see it?
What we're going to do is we're going to a landing page from Total Domination Engineering, just one of them, and show you how Vic had applied these techniques in that landing page, or at least most of them. So I have a presentation waiting for you at my computer, so I'll see you there in just a second. Alright, welcome back everybody. Alright, we're going to go over science of influence. If you look down here, the YouTube address here, it goes to a video that really does a great job of explaining this. The science of influence is a study that they did on how to actually influence people. Now the problem with this, it can also be to manipulate people, so let's use integrity and make sure we're not manipulating. They found 6 things that people that are used during influencing that really do work on people. So let's go ahead and get started on those 6 things. There's reciprocity, scarcity, authority, consistency, liking, and consensus. I can tell you from my use of this, it does really work. This stuff does. Now, in the landing page, you try to put most of this stuff in the landing page you can, but you don't have to have it all. You know, 1 or 2 or a good, just solid 1 will actually make a difference. In this case, Vic used a couple, but they're pretty subtle. And being really subtle on a landing page, as you guys know, this landing page got over 50% conversions. So not bad. And he just used these things really subtly. So you can imagine what you could do with your own wrappers. So with that, let's go ahead and get started, and I'll explain each one. Reciprocity. Reciprocity is when you give something, people feel obligated to give back. So has anybody ever bought you like a drink? You feel like you need to give them a drink. If you've ever been invited to a party, when you have a party, you feel like you need to invite them. So reciprocity creates that feeling of wanting to give back. So how do you do reciprocity in here? In this case, in his landing page, he did it through a promise. He promised them that if they went to this live webinar, they would learn these certain things. So that promise is actually giving something. Now it's very subtle, it's not a strong one, so you're not going to get a lot of build up in the person where they really want to feel like they give back, but it does work. In this case, that's where you found reciprocity. So let's move on to the next one, scarcity. Now scarcity is a really good one, and Vic talks about this before. Scarcity is something that is not readily available and could not or might not be available in the future. So he did it in 2 places here. When he said live training, that means that it's not recorded, right? So it's not going to be something that is always going to be readily available. The other part he did it in is reserve your spot. Okay? If you think about that, a ball game, if you're going to go to a sporting event, you got to reserve your ticket or reserve something. That theater, you can do that now on web pages. If you're going to go to the movie, you can reserve your seating. It kind of gives you the feeling that there's not a lot available, so therefore it's a little bit scarce. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which is authority. All right. I think Vic could have done a lot better job with authority in this. Again, this landing page did over 50% conversions. Even for me, it did over 50% conversions, and my traffic was kind of trash. So in this case, he did it through when he said this. I've been quietly testing a totally new marketing approach. All right. So that means if it's a new marketing approach and he discovered it, then he must be the authority. Kind of different that way. Now there's different things we can do with authority as a group. This is the leverage that you can get in a group like ours. Is if let's say you make a wrapper And to get you some authority, we can do it a couple ways. We can each look at your wrapper, and if we agree with it, we can make a testimonial. Just like this, through a video or webcam, we can make a testimonial. Another way is maybe comment section. You see that on landing pages sometimes, or the comment section. Go in there, and each one of us can go in and comment on the training or the presentation or whatever you're giving or whatever you're selling. Does that make sense? So we can actually leverage our group for that. There's a couple of things in here I think we can do that with. So consistency. Now consistency, in this case, there was a couple of places, but the main one is, guess what? It's a landing page. So what does the landing page ask for? Your name and email address. That's pretty consistent with most landing pages. If I'm going to go to this, I'm going to recognize that the landing page. So it's pretty consistent with every landing page I've been on. The other part he put in there was the fact that he stated the benefits. Okay? That is consistent with what he's going to do through his videos or the way he does through his landing pages. So if I've ever seen any landing pages like this, it usually tells me the benefits right off the bat. You can do it a couple places, and $10,000 in 30 days. It's a promise, consistent with any other landing page. Also down below the benefits that I'll learn if I go to this live training. So anyways, that's consistency. The next one is liking. Liking or rapport, whichever way you want to put it, they're both the same. It's how do you build that rapport so people feel like, you know, I'm connecting with you, or you, it makes sense to try to follow you. In this case, he did it real subtle, but he had to fit it in somewhere. So what he did is he wanted to make sure this wasn't something, he's doing a live webinar. You know, live webinar, are they done by computers or what? He put his picture up there, so that tells us that it's being done by a human being. Good-looking guy with a big smile on his face. Who doesn't like a big smile on their face? Most people will react very nice to that, and they'll react in a good way to that. So you see how he's dressed? He's also dressed like the rest of us. He's not dressed in a three-piece suit or anything. But he's building that rapport. He builds it through the way he's smiling, his picture, and the way he's doing it. Okay. There's other ways to do that also through the tone of voice. You can do it through your body language. You can do it all kinds of different ways. In this case, he's just doing it with the picture. The liking is one that he's fitting here. Now the next one is consensus. Consensus, you don't have anything really in here I can find that would make sense on consensus. But this is another one where we can leverage our group. Think about that. If we wrote, just like I said in the one before, an authority, did a comment section where each one of us commented on a wrapper that you have, use those comments in that wrapper, hey, that's consensus. Because people see that other people like what it is, therefore it shows them that they are going to probably like it too. If everybody likes it, hey, I like it too. Peer pressure. You can do it through testimonials. It's, again, the same way. This is where we can leverage our group, and it's kind of exciting to be able to do that. So as you guys make your wrappers, try to include all 6 of these things in there. If you cannot, like I said, include 1 or 2 would make them very strong. This will help your conversions quite a bit. I've looked at Vic's landing pages, quite a bit of them. You can find where he's strong in certain areas and other places he kind of left it off. Seen landing pages where he has testimonials. Okay, that would be consensus. And he makes a very strong one, or scarcity. He likes scarcity, and you'll see that in most of his. So just try to apply this, and if it works out for you, I know it will probably work out for me. So good luck with your wrappers, guys, and I'll talk to you next week. Thanks.
He's always giving good stuff.
All right, I bought a hand for him, man.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
All right, welcome everybody.
So, how about some comments on
Quite
that?
the crowd, very cool. All right, so welcome. I'm going to talk today a little bit about hypnosis and social engineering.
Shut that
Who's
off.
doing the hypnosis and social engineering?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I liked it. I saw the consensus. I like the idea of being able to use each of us for consensus. I mean, we're already going to be putting landing pages and saying, hey, I built this. can you tell me if it looks good or not? If you just put a comment section on there, or or if you're looking for testimonials, we can review it and we can provide those for anyone who is interested. And if you're not beholden to it, but I think it'd be helpful for each of us.
I have
All
a
right.
question.
Okay.
So Sharon,
Can you set up the Resolve and Succeed group in Facebook so we could just post our stuff in that group, and then we can see each other's, and it seems like that would be easier than it would be all condensed in one place.
JJ, do you want to create that? Do you want me to create it?
you can create it, man.
Okay, I'll create it real quick. So I got everyone's emails except for Zacharias. Zacharias, could you put your email in the box, and I'll send that to you? Cool.
Thanks, Ben. It's a good suggestion, Sharon. Thank you so much on that. We can start creating our Facebook group.
Yeah, that would be good, and then we can just go to that, and you can do your links for the Hangouts there too.
Yeah, usually I gotta figure it out how to get the Hangout to like get the link early and send it out to you guys. But usually I latch on in the morning and I just send out you guys link. But I can do that too. Yeah, I can just do one. That'd be cool.
Yeah. If we go ahead and set up the landing pages and for you guys to review, then how do we do that without making them go live? Or do you have to make them go live
Yeah.
and then we edit it, or how's that work?
Ben, can you answer that, Ben?
What tool are you using? Are you using SiteSuite?
I will be, yes.
I believe you can still change things after you make things go live. Have you tried that at all, Garen, with what you've been doing? Can't hear you.
Yeah, I spent 3 days working on SiteSuite, but it's not that user-friendly in the sense that there's no undo button. So I got to completing the transfer of funnels and then just try to tap on something and something moved. And then I couldn't get it back to where it was, so I had to start all over. But I don't have them completely transferred over yet. So I think what I'm going to do for the PPC Mastery is actually use ClickFunnels, because there's some things in there. I couldn't upload a privacy policy document. I didn't know how to connect that, so I contacted support, and they said they didn't have that. They didn't know how to do that yet. So there were like 3 things that I sent to them that I think would be critical. One is the undo button. Complete waste of time, not time efficient at all. But I learned a lot. It's a pretty cool system, but it seems to be just like lead pages or ClickFunnels. There's like containers, and you can add things into the containers, like a video or a text or a headline. But I haven't completely figured it out yet.
So then what you could do, Sharon, I guess you can make it live. I would guess if it's like all the others, we can make it live and you can view it. One thing you could do is set it up so that way you choose a traffic source, you just hit email, and you get a specific tracking link just for us. So that way it doesn't throw off all the rest of your stats. Does that make sense?
How do I get a tracking link just for you, for our group though?
So in SiteSuite, you have you can drag the pages on. You saw that.
Right.
You can also drag on a traffic source, and you can say Facebook. This is for email. This is for, and you can do a whole bunch. When you click on it, it says Get Tracking Link. You click on it, it'll create it for you.
Okay. So would it let me create a tracking link just for our group that you're creating?
Yeah, I would just define it as an email group, and you can have multiple ones. But yeah, you can do that. Once we start getting it up, once we start figuring out SiteSuite, maybe we can shoot a video of, hey, I figured this out. I figured this out. So you can put that on the Facebook group too.
I've never used the lead pages or the ClickFunnels, so I know people that have used those before say that SiteSuite's very similar to that. So I'm still trying to figure it out as well, but some somebody's really screechy here.
Sorry, Karen. It's you.
But one of the things that has been brought up is people have been trying to download pictures and they can't resize them. So has anybody run up against that issue? And if so, how'd you resolve it?
I didn't upload any photos, but I did notice that in sizing my video, they had a couple of buttons to size the video called grow and shrink, but they just seemed to be in certain increments. There wasn't a gradation where you could, customize your size. So that might be similar to uploading a photo. That might be the same issue. That was one of the things that I told them that I thought would be necessary, and that was on the formatting of video. It may be the same with images as well, but I haven't tried that. Have you, Ben?
No, I haven't tried it yet. I haven't played as much with SiteSuite yet.
So did they, as far as being able to undo things, did they say that was something they were working on, or?
Well, the response that I got was, "This is phase 1, Garen."
Right.
I was
Yeah.
I was just looking at SiteSuite a second here, and it looks like there is a preview where you can preview your work.
Yes, you can.
And it does create a preview link.
There we go.
Okay.
So that would be a preview link where you can see it before you publish it.
Okay.
Or even do a screenshot of the landing page. I don't know if it'd be necessary to go through the whole funnel, but if you want to just have us just look at the landing page, then we just do screenshots. I think that would be effective.
I don't know how to do a screenshot. How do you do that?
Do you?
You can get Jing, J-I-N-G, and you get that from TechSmith. I don't know if it's .net or .com. TechSmith. They do Camtasia, Snagit, Jing, but Jing is a screenshot. Maybe there are others, but that's what I use for a screenshot.
You shouldn't need it. It should be already built into Windows. There's you just hold a control. Here, I'll figure out what it is real quick. Screenshot in Windows.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
I know about that.
Alt and print screen. If you
Yeah.
click Alt and print screen, it will create a picture and put it on your desktop.
Right.
I'll be darned. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, see, that's what's the power of our group here. That we can basically learn from each other, and that's the power. And that's something that I heard a resounding message from Rory's video is leveraging our group. Leveraging the information from our group, leveraging the testimonials from and using our group to be able to help each other to review and make comments, testimonials, help us tweak. There's a lot of people on this Hangout that is putting a lot of time. They're more full time than others. So those guys, you guys don't mind using your full timeness to be able to help us guys that work full time in a job, and that's what we're trying to leverage. And that's basically what it's about. And for people that haven't had the luxury of going through those, and then like with Ben just bringing up a short little shortcut, that's awesome. So yeah, we shouldn't be afraid to ask questions about what we don't know, because it's just that little question that's going to put us forward. And I appreciate those questions and the things that we do.
JJ, before we go on, I have a question about testimonials.
Yeah.
Now, on the ppcmastery.com site, there are a bunch of comments below that. Is there a way that we can pull those comments off and then, say, use that on landing pages we created? Does anybody know how to pull those comments off of that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not yet, but let us know when you find out, or we'll let you know.
Okay, awesome.
So guys, I put a little note on there. Where's the print screen button? I know where the alt button is, but I don't see anything that says print screen.
Upper.
Upper right.
Yeah.
Yeah, print
Upper
screen
right.
is usually.
Mine's near the delete button on the upper right.
Yeah.
Here we go. So
Oh.
here's mine. My print screen is right there, so it's just above.
So is it PRTSC? You think that
Yes,
might be it?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's it. That's it.
Thank you. I had no idea. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
it.
All right. Hey, Zacharias, you've been here. You've been with us just 6 months. You said.
That's correct.
And I wouldn't have known, in talking to you and being with you at the summit, that you was with us just for 3 months to 6 months, because your enthusiasm and your just the way you held yourself and the things that you said when we did our video was so just the high belief and the high excitement about what you thought HTA was all about. I thought you was with us for years. And how about a comment on that, man? Because again, you just came in through TDE, and for us that's been here, TDE is just like not too long ago. And you came in through that funnel, and you came to the summit, and you wasn't even looking for us.
That's right.
On that, man.
You know, like let me put it more simply. I have worked in sales previously for 10 years. I was a sales manager. It wasn't like internet sales, more like retail. I did train people. Personally, myself, I educate myself lots and training myself. I wanted to make a comment earlier about these 6 points about Rory. I did come across them, but I did not know how to implement them. So I'm very thankful that I was able to see them, the implementation of that matter. I am generally an excited guy, so like if I believe in something, then it comes from inside. I don't have to really, you know, um, try really hard or, with the summit itself, I was very excited because I was able to see a lot of things in action, and I had quite a bit of belief in uh, Vic and Jason, and I was very inspired by Jason because I'm more an entrepreneur than that sense because I thought that I resonate more with Jason, so that was more for me because I've always seen Vic, doing videos and stuff like that. And yeah, I've heard Jason a few times, but it was impressive hearing this guy, and it kind of gave me a totally different vision of how business should be done. So yeah, I hope that kind of makes sense.
Hey, so just to let you know again, in the chat box on the top, there's a copy of that PDF that goes along with the video that Rory put out, and I'll go and
Hey, JJ,
yes,
is there a link to that video somewhere?
I'll go ahead and put them in the chat box after this,
Okay.
just to let you guys know. But yeah, you're right. That was helpful to me also, and
Yeah.
Rory should be back on our hangouts starting next week.
Good.
So yeah,
JJ,
yep.
excuse me. I clicked on that PDF link and it asked for permission to.
Yeah, it will.
Says you need permission, and I clicked on request access, and it still didn't take me to it.
Check your email. It'll come in your email.
It will. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about Project Breakthrough, guys. It wasn't supposed to have started to 11:4, but I got on my computer yesterday after I finished work, and it was only 11:3, and they basically activated it already. Mm-hmm. So some of us went through it. It's about an hour long, the video, and it gives you a little homework. which was really nice because it was just about 5 minutes, right, Ben? The homework. Well, it's a 5 minute thing. Once you realize, once you decide what is your goal, you know what is your he actually asks for your um, the amount of monies that you want to make in the 14 days that you're on, in 30 days, and in a year.
A year,
And that's
right.
what, you know. And for me, honestly, I posted it already. I put like, if I can make my first sale online, and if I can make $500, I'll be more than happy. You know, because I need to make my first sale online, and if this program helps me to what he says does, then I'll be ready to go. And then he tells you how to, if you understand the process, then you can repeat it, and then you can skill it. So that's basically where I'm at. I just put $500. If I make $500 in the 14 days, I'll be way happy because it actually works.
Now, JJ, that's 2 sales, right? Because it's like $4.99. You get. Are you getting 70% of that, or are you getting 50?
50. Well, when do you gonna sell?
Whatever it takes to get $500. No, so it's like there's a 14-day goal, there's a 30-day goal, and there's a 12-month goal, right? So mine was $500, $1,000, and then $20,000. You know, in 1 year. And, you know, I'm looking to go beyond that, but like I'm saying, what's going to make me happy and believe that I can actually do it is to hit these goals, and not to be so stressed about maybe hitting the higher goals, because I'll put myself out of the range of what I actually can do, either with my expertise or my funds. But and it's not something that I think is too low that is not going to motivate me. It will. Once I get my first $500, then I know that this thing works, and the process is just going to be duplicatable. Any comments on that?
I think that's a good thing. I thought that you need to keep your goals somewhere where you believe they can be, what you believe you can reach. Right. I think that's a good thing. I think I work with another company, and I bring people in, and I see people with $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 goals in their first month, and I don't discourage people and tell them they can't do it, but it's very, very difficult to do it. You know, so I think it's a very, very good thing to keep your goals. Like, if you can believe for $500, I think that's a very good thing to do. You know, very good thing to do, and that you'll reach it. You'll reach it because that's a number you can believe in. So I don't see any reason why you wouldn't.
So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, you know, if I get 2 sales of HTA or of, you know, PPC, that's $500 in the first 14 days. I think that's reachable. I want to say I want to be able to double that, but I want to decrease my cost of getting that over the next 14 days. So I want to make a total of $1,000 in 30 days. That's how I was thinking it. And then I'm like, if I can do that, I can get this flywheel spinning. I can get this business moving without me having to put more money in it all the time. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't know if that was too small.
No, I actually believe that it's where your belief level is. That's where you start. You start where your belief level is. If you say I want to make $5,000, and in your back of your mind you're saying, well, I hope I can make $5,000, then you're probably not going to make $5,000 because that's not your belief level. So you start where your belief level is, and I think that's the goal that you'll reach without a problem. You shouldn't have a problem reaching what your belief level is.
And the more realistic you are with your belief level, and the more serious you are about it, the more smart the goal is.
Yeah, and then as you succeed, that obviously that increases as you succeed. Yeah. I had 2 questions I wanted to ask. One, I wanted to know if anybody's promoting the PCC funnel, and the one that he announced, I think it was Monday night he announced. And I was curious about traffic, what people are doing for traffic as far as where you're promoting whatever you're promoting. Anybody promoting it?
I've seen one guy just posted right on his Facebook wall, and and basically direct to the link. One of my friends, you know, and you know, I mean, that's one way of doing it. Actually, is you know, I mean, if you got people that in your friends list that get interested in something like that, that's cool. But then as far as what else kind of traffic we're sending them through, I haven't actually sent it to any traffic to that.
Okay.
But I think that's a really good funnel though. You know, you watch that video, and you only going to get one video a day for 3 days, and it comes in succession.
Right.
And you know, so I get to watch my video. In fact, yesterday I missed my video, but um, I like the way it's done. I mean, Vic is awesome. Vic knows what he wants to come out of the video, and so he kind of like directs the video. You know, he kind of like he wants to pull out of the video what he wants to be said from Josh and from Jason.
Yeah.
And so it's awesome. I mean, him being the founder and knowing what I just see that his focus on what he wants from the video, and then he shuts it off and say, hey, this is enough, and we'll give you guys some more tomorrow. But yeah. I mean, sorry I went off on that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
On my Facebook page, again, it's probably the same person, posted a big long article about solo ads, and is solo ads dying? Is that the one you saw, JJ?
No, I just no. One of my friends just posted the link and said, "Hey, you guys interested in learning this? It's free, so check it out." And then he just put a. I think what he did, he had a domain name go to that, and then he just posted it on Facebook.
Because this link was a direct link to the crash course,
Yeah.
but he had a big setup. But I didn't think you could do that on Facebook. I didn't think they allowed you to put a direct link to something, or is it because it's free that they're allowing it?
Actually, it's interesting. It's interesting. One thing happening on Facebook that it wasn't allowed before. So it's interesting. You can try it, see how it goes.
I've put links on Facebook before.
I can see if it goes because I think they kind of like relaxed a little bit of their on some stuff. Before we go forward,
I can do that too real quick. Sorry, I wanted to add that for Sharon. I've been able to do direct links on Facebook. Not a problem.
You have, okay, because I didn't want to get kicked out.
But can I say one thing about that?
What you got?
I like to not put direct links on Facebook. I've done it, but I like to have my own domain and then forward my own domain to the HTA link, because if everybody's posting the same link on Facebook, Facebook will have a tendency to block that link. So I will be careful as far as using the same link. Like 1,000 of us using the same link could present a problem later on.
So I could just go into Bluehost and redirect my
whatever
link,
URL,
like a sub thing to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then post that link onto Facebook.
Okay.
That's the way I like to do it.
We want to welcome Brother Jesse Pollard to our Jesse. How's it going, Jesse?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Welcome to our hangout, and thank you for making time to join us. This is just a mastermind of marketers that was at the summit that we thought that we help each other stay on track with some of our goals and learn from each other. So we just wanted to see if we could have you introduce yourself, where you're from, and what's your connection with HTA as far as how long you've been with Vic and.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, first and foremost, I want to say thank you for inviting me here, of course. Well, I'm from Southern California, and my name is Jesse. I think I showed up a little bit late. I apologize for that. I was up till about 6 o'clock this morning. I had to catch a little nap, and I just woke up, so I'm here, though. I'm here. I've been with HTA for about 6 months now, 5 or 6 months, and I've always wanted to learn internet marketing. I took my business online. One of those 98%ers that are working online have no clue, and I do know that investing in myself and my business is very important. And I went on ahead and somehow I was exposed to Vic. and I logged in, and I've been on this awesome ride ever since. So yeah, it's been fun. In fact, I was at the summit. I recognized a couple of you guys, and awesome stuff. Thank you for having me.
All right, and you're from Ventura.
Ventura, yes, it's about an hour north of Los Angeles.
Well, we got a couple of Californians over here. We have, how about some of the guys just coming in and just reintroducing yourselves one fast one for Jesse. You guys already been?
Sorry, I'm setting up the Facebook group. Hey guys, again, Jesse, what up?
Hey, how's it going, man?
I like the whiteboard in the back. That's groovy.
Thank you.
Cool. So I've been with HTA since, well, Big Idea Mastermind, so 2013, about June. And so I've been following. I did not go to the summit. I actually, Rory went to the summit. We were planning on going together, but then he introduced me to JJ, and I got on the group. So I'm creating a Facebook page right now for all of us, so that way we can all share. So if you can't find me, I'm going to put my link to my profile on the chat, so that way I can add you faster. But I'm looking for you each individually.
Awesome.
Thank you.
How about Garen?
Welcome, Jesse. I'm in Redondo Beach, so I'm pretty close to you.
Hey, yeah, what's up, man?
And I wanted to address Kelvin's question about traffic for the PPC funnel. I am going to focus on what I've been doing and what I know, and that's video ads. And I use the V-Roll platform in the Elite tools. It's fantastic. So that's what I'll be using initially for the advertising for PPC Mastery Funnel.
Okay.
Thanks, Garen. And we have Kelvin. Kelvin, can you introduce yourselves?
Hello, JJ. I'm Kelvin from Orlando, Florida, and I've actually met Vic at a workshop in Miami a couple years ago. And I met him. I was impressed by him and some of the things that he's done, so I just started following him. I came in through the Breakthrough Funnel. I didn't know anything about traffic, the High Traffic Academy, prior to meeting Vic in Miami. So I just came in through the Breakthrough Funnel. So I've been doing this for a couple of months with Vic.
Kelvin, that's where I met Vic too, is in Miami.
Yeah. Well, how come we didn't connect in Miami?
There were 5,000. There were 5,000 people there.
We have Sharon. Sharon, can you reintroduce yourself, please?
Sure. Hi, I'm Sharon, and I'm in California, in Sacramento. Right now I'm in Texas visiting with my daughter, so I'm in her sewing room. That's why all the stuff's in the background. But I've been in this space for about 2.5 years. I had my own business for 22 years. We did photography, as well as I was an event and wedding coordinator. And then we retired, and so now I'm just trying to get a supplemental income coming in. And I finally found my focus, which is I actually set up 2 domains. One is Master Strategies. What is it? Master.
You have to know
Master
that.
Marketing Strategies. That's what it is. Master Marketing Strategies. So I'm going to be setting up a YouTube channel for that. And then another one is Strategies for Retirement, which is all giving free information to people about whether they're 18 or whether they're just getting ready to retire, anywhere in between, but things to think about for retirement. And so I'm working on those 2 things. And so I'm going to be doing a lot of videos and stuff for each one of those. And so I'm really excited about that, and just ready to go. I'm ready to make some money. That's all I've done is spend it so far.
Aaron, all right. And we got Zacharias. Hey, Zacharias, can you just reintroduce yourself to Jesse?
That's right. Hey, Jesse.
Hey.
My name is Zacharias. I've been with HTA for almost 6 months, just like the way you are. I didn't mention last time, I am an elite member with HTA, and yes, I am a master marketer too now. Since I went to the summit, I decided to learn more because I don't have much expertise in this area. So I asked, answering Sharon, she said, what is a good way to advertise? I will suggest, if I may, that PPC is going to be a really good idea, and maybe you can consider something like that. That might help you. Because if you have access to that, great. If you don't, because there are some tools available where you can keep your cost extremely low, and then you can still advertise, and you can use different strategies if you're really on a tight budget.
That I am.
So
Yeah.
I will suggest that. I mean, if you want to go, there are a lot of free methods like Facebook, everybody else is doing. Now, either you want to do like what everybody else is doing, or you want to stand out from the crowd, as Vic says, head and shoulders above. So if you want to be head and shoulders above, then you got to do something different. So I'll probably suggest PPC is a good way, because I do have access to a lot of modules, and I'm going through a lot of trainings, and like what I personally myself, I feel that PPC is a really good way, and that will give you targeted traffic, right? Instead of going through a grind. That's just personally my opinion. I haven't promoted it yet because I'm learning the ropes, but what I get the feel out of it is, because I've kind of taken a bite of every kind of like different methods which are out there, like Facebook or Twitter and PPC, and different. Personally, myself, I think that Google PPC is the best way to go, because if you are on a really tight budget, but you can still get stuff back. Like, I mean, you can make money back. This is more important. So that's just my suggestion to you.
Well, my plan was to go through the 14-day, because they said at the end of that you would be making money, and then purchase the PPC, because I thought that was, well, that's what they told me actually to do, Vic and Jason, because I was up on stage, and they told me to do that first and then do the PPC. But I've been wondering if I should go ahead and purchase the PPC and try to do them at the same time. Does anybody have a suggestion on that?
Well, personally, myself, I have access to PPC, and I am not very tech savvy, by the way. I'm more on the sales end of it, motivation and all that. So I need to improve that area of myself. So I personally purchase it, and I do see value in it. I do. And I believe that even someone who's a beginner like me, they go through all the basic steps, how to set up your Google account to all the way through, right? So those steps are very handy. And also the information which is being given, like how you can go and play with the keywords, that's the meat and potatoes of that thing right there. So I'm not trying to sell anybody here on PPC or anything like that, but what I'm trying to share over here is the idea that I personally believe in it after going through it, right? So do consider that, because personally, if I have to promote and if I have to choose a method, I am going to personally go with PPC, because I want to allow myself a certain amount of money, which I want to invest in it, but I want targeted traffic. I don't want garbage. I have seen when they were promoting TDE, the breakthrough engineering, and I was listening. I was in a lot of hangouts, and a lot of people, like, they bought these different sorts of traffics from different people, and even Vic admitted himself that, what, he has invested a lot of money which never got a return on it. If that is one way of doing it, or the second way I suggest is we can go through the email marketing. Yeah, it will be a bit more costly if we go with Jason McLean's idea. That is more effective. I'd rather deal with people who are really interested than just randomly posting on Facebook to my friends, or even sometimes I go to different sites and you see, hey, how to make $483 a week. And I look at that ad and I'm like, you know what? Yes, you are getting impressions, you are getting clicks, but you're not getting targeted traffic. I believe in having a targeted traffic. I'm not interested. I work in sales. I don't want to talk to 20 people in a day. I want to talk to one person who wants to come buy and is worth my day. That's my belief in sales.
Awesome, Zach. Awesome. And that's where the passion comes in, right?
Yeah.
Right. I believe it. You know what?
Yes.
I've gone through the grind of sales. I have gone through the grind of sales. I worked 12 hours, selling cars and selling everything. And believe you me on that. I've learned that the aspects of traffic, not on internet, but I believe you, it transforms over. It comes right through. And I don't believe in I can maximize one customer than having 10 customers and doing a little bit of it. So
Yeah.
you know what? I'm reading one book. It's called Permission Marketing. If you read in that too, so you know what I'm talking about. Maximize what you have instead of gathering, bunch of people who are good for nothing. Because
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, even if you're doing email marketing or anything, it's costing you money. Even having that customer sitting in your account is costing you money, right? So be strategic about it. That's all I'm saying.
That's great, Zacharias. Awesome
Thank you.
stuff. Sharon, about your question about should you get PPC now or later, if you had the funds, if I was in your position, I'd get it now and
Okay.
focus on that particular traffic source and learn to master that.
Okay.
Because you would be able to implement that in your 14-day project breakthrough
Okay.
immediately, but something that you can use a long time after now.
Yeah, can I ask a question about that real quick?
That's right.
So I know how to do PPC as a basic level. I understand how to choose the keywords, and with what Josh Roche has given me as far as the outline, and we do
Totally
this,
different.
how you build a campaign. I got an idea of how to start, so I can get started and I can see this keyword works, this doesn't, and I can mess my way through it. Does PPC give you that much more that it's like, dude, it's the shortcut, just take it?
Oh, if I can hop in real fast on that one, I've done PPC before I was even a part of High Traffic Academy, and I didn't even really know what I was doing. And with me not knowing what I was doing in my particular company, I was able to launch 2 international expansions, not on automation. I was just able to attract leads with my ads and stuff, and they would message me on Facebook, and we would talk, and I was able to expand like that. So it wasn't like automation, and I never worked. It was just another way to get in front of people, and that was just the only way I knew how to market via PPC, basically on Facebook from my fan page, But then when I took the PPC course, within 48 hours I made a sale, and they told me they showed me how to do it, how Vic says, and in a certain way. Before I would have one ad, one campaign, and I'd have like 500 keywords, and I was just like, it's basically like spamming with people. Like, you know what I mean? You just want to get in front of everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna see my ad. And I call it opt-ins, and there's no point of intent, right? And so with PPC Mastery, I've got I think 25 different ads that are, or 25 ad groups. Each ad group has one ad. Each ad has one keyword. Me particularly, I'm split testing my versions of the keyword. Each ad has one keyword, but I have one that's broad match modifier and one that's exact, and I'm just kind of splitting them and seeing seeing if the broad match modifier works better than exact and so forth. But basically, they say just one ad group, one ad, one keyword, and rinse and repeat that cycle and do that over and over again, so you can see you're getting in front of the person. That person, like you said, I don't want to get in front of 100 people and only one of them might want to find out more. If I only get 1 or 2 opt-ins, I want those 1 or 2 opt-ins to go down this path I sent them on from start to finish, to where I'm getting in front of them. This is what that person is looking for, and and I follow them down this path of intent until they buy, knowing the relevance is all fluent from start to finish. So that's what I've learned since I've been with the PPC Mastery. And in fact, I document my results. I document everything, even when I hadn't made a sale yet. I got a few leads. Like I got like 5 opt-ins. I documented. I shot a video on Facebook. Hey guys, check this out, man. I got 5 opt-ins in like 2 hours. It's great. And I pump it up, and then and I might not put a link out there. I'll be like, man, this is awesome. In my mind, it doesn't matter if my Facebook friends, opt in or want to find out more, or like if you want to, great, I'll show you. If not, like, I don't need to pitch you. Like, it's working for me. If you want to find out how, I'll show you. If not, hey, that's cool. I'm not relying on my Facebook posts as a method of making money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm offering value to people, offering them to show them a way. In fact, I've gotten 4 messages from Facebook since yesterday about, hey, I want to learn PPC marketing. I got one right now from somebody who's not even on my friends list. I don't even know who he is. He says, hey, I want to find out more about PPC marketing. And I'm just like, cool. So that's what I've learned since I've gotten started with PPC Mastery. I hope that kind of helps you out a little bit on that. And sorry, I rant sometimes.
That's awesome, Jesse. I mean, Zacharias as well. You guys sharing what you guys are learning from that, and you guys are getting results. That's freaking awesome. Appreciate that.
Because I've been torn as far as doing whether I should buy PPC Mastery and go the PPC route, or if I should just do the media buying that's that's stated and you go through inside of the core training.
Yeah.
Because each of those are, you get the exact person you're wanting and you control the message all the way through.
Yeah.
So, but I'm guessing PPC is less expensive. So you spend $500, buying the product, you saved yourself $500 later in the future.
Yeah, there's it's interesting because as we're getting more along here, they're really emphasizing retargeting. Like retargeting, I mean, it just makes sense. It's common sense. Like you have a user, like, I don't know, 80 or 90% of people, they don't buy on their first exposure. That's like why when you buy a bunch of solo ads, like, you might get one or 2 hits, but it's after you've gotten your list. That's when your marketing begins. So when you're targeting someone PPC on an ad and they're on a search engine and they see your ad, they might love your ad. You might have the perfect, highest converting ad, the most awesome offer in the world, and they're not going to buy on that first exposure, and because they just want to see what else is out there. And if you're not retargeting them and kind of following them around and building that rapport, you're going to lose them. And they might want to find your ad again, and they can't. They're like, dude, I just had this awesome ad. I can't find it. Oh, well, I'll have to settle for something else. You know what I mean? But if you are retargeting them, they're going to remember you. You could brand yourself, and that's another product that's back there that's going to be more. I mean, if you can get Master Marketer, you get access to all this stuff, and just not to upsell anybody, but you know what I mean? Like, it just makes sense, and you have the right to resell that. It's just phenomenal. So you get to offer your audience and your customers and your list more value, and you get to really help. Like, I don't know what if my list might already know PPC, but they might not know retargeting. So I have something I can offer them that they don't already have. So a master marketers, you have to pay to play, man, and that's what I did. So
Thanks.
I have a question on that. I know they have a separate program for the retargeting, which is more money. I think it's like $300 or something. But in the core training, there is training about retargeting. So I know in the core training, Vic, when he talked about PPC, he told us to, use 10,000 keywords, which now is not a correct method according to Josh. So is the retargeting information in the core training correct now, or is it not because of the new training with Josh? Because I've never done retargeting before, and I know it's important, and so I was just going to go back to the core training, but is that correct or not?
No.
No, it's not?
No.
No, it's not. Josh is saying over and over in the training, he's saying, please stay between 1 to 3 keywords. That's
Right.
it. Stay very targeted. Stay very targeted.
Oh, I know for the PPC. I know Vic's is wrong. My question is, in the core training for retargeting, what Vic taught us, is that correct, or has it the one that you have to purchase from Josh now, is that a lot different? And is he telling you different things than what Vic told us in the core training?
I believe so, yes. I believe so, because I just went through this training yesterday, and the way they want you to retarget is by the links. So let's say you have a website, so you have your landing page, then you have your, they want you to go through links, like retarget the links. Basically, that's what they're saying. I hope that answers it for you, or maybe I'm not confusing you, even confusing you with this information.
Well,
go
ahead.
I think that what Josh is doing is like he was just saying, narrowing it down to the link. I think if you did the retargeting that Vic was talking about, you'll still get some. Should still generate you some positive results from that. But I think Josh is just much more detailed and narrows it down a whole lot more so than Nick. I think they'll both still work. So what do you guys think of that? I don't know. I think they'll both still work.
I haven't followed in retargeting how Vic has tried it, but listening to Josh, he's way more targeted and focused.
Right.
That's where you get more bang for your money.
Yeah.
Retargeting, I'm sure there's a cost involved with it. Yes. So with me, I want to target who wants to purchase. I want to really narrow it down. I have 10 people or I have one person. I want to focus on one person. But that is me working in sales for 10 years and coming from that mentality of spending time with people. And, my time is money. We are all entrepreneurs, guys. Our time is money. So if I can work, for an hour and I can get that fruit, why would I work 10 hours for it? But that's just my mentality of it. I like to stay focused and have that targeted approach.
Well, I think that if you do have it, Sharon, just go through it and then get the gist of it from Vic, if that's what you want to do. I don't think it'll be something way off as far as understanding and targeting, but it might not be as detailed. So I think it'll be. If not, they would take it off already if it wasn't beneficial. I think for your benefit, if you wanted to, it's already in your core program. I think you should just go look at it and go see what it says, and then if you have other questions, then you know what to ask Jesse or Zacharias more detailed questions as far as retargeting, because you have it already. I think it's something.
I would guess.
As far as with Ben, I think as far as Ben, he's going to actually get into a job that is actually doing PPC, and he's going to be the man. So I really am grateful that Jesse and Zach, and then also Jason and those Rory, they got the Master Marketers program. It gives us a summary of what's happening. Actually, it gives us more belief in what we're going to spend our monies on, because some of us maybe had a little bit doubts on being able to pull out those monies from wherever we can get it, maybe just from thin air. That's where I'm going to get them from behind my ear maybe. But sometimes you're going to get them if you really believe that it's going to happen. But the whole deal is these guys are actually using it. It's not just to purchase it so that we can have them sit on the shelf. And that's basically what my comments are on that.
What I would suggest, if you're going to get PPC Mastery, Sharon, They've got he has his retargeting in the core thing. I would suggest getting started with that and just mixing what you've learned with PPC Mastery about getting very focused and using ad roll instead of the different groups that he talks about, because ad roll's big. I was when I was applying to that job, they specifically asked about ad roll, not about anything else. So ad roll is big in the community. So check out ad roll and just use the retargeting in your core and PPC Mastery and just mix and make it work. Once you get to the point where you can get Master Marketer or just retargeting with ad roll or RLSA, then you'll learn that much more and be able to take it to another level, but at least you're moving.
So AdRoll is a retargeting program?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I saw your post in the that you set up our group. So what did you name the group?
It's Resolve and Succeed Mastermind.
Okay.
And I did already add you to it, Sharon. So if anybody wants to be added, like me, find me.
Thank you.
I'm more than willing to add you, but I can't find half of you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, our hangout goes for about an hour and a half. We've been on almost that time. How about we kind of wrap up and maybe what happened also is that Rory Wagner, he's part of our marketers that join us, and he's not here today. But he sent me a link for some of the tools that, he sent me a link to some images that we might want to use in any of our backgrounds for landing pages or any of our websites. I sent that link out via email, and he made a suggestion through that email, if you guys read it, that if you guys had anything that you guys wanted to share with the group, something like that, you have any tools, you have anything that is free, that's something that can be given out to anybody that would be beneficial, I think that was a good idea. So I'll go look inside my tool chest and see what would be good to maybe share as far as any of the tools that I have, because we got it. So I just want to go look for that email and check out what Rory Wagner sent us to review. And before we go, how about last comments from anybody?
Sure, I'll jump in. I've learned over time to, you've got to treat this like a business, and I'm just kind of speaking out loud, hoping that somebody else, resonates with this. But I have to treat it like a business, and I have to. I don't have time. I got to make time. Like I was up until 6 a.m. this morning, and I was just like, I could not go to sleep. I just had to learn one more thing. I had to watch one more module. I had to implement one more strategy. I had to, and here I am now, 2 hours. I'm all burnt out, but I'm fired up. Let's start all over again. Let's do it. And just know that like it's not overnight. It's not going to happen overnight because there's so much to learn that if you try to even expect results overnight, like you're gonna, it's like, oh my gosh. So just pace yourself and just one step at a time. So yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I would say between me and Jess, we were probably up 24 hours because he stayed up late and I got up early. I was up this morning. I was laying in bed and an idea came to me probably about 4 or 5 o'clock this morning, and I got up early this morning, email on my list because I had this idea, so I had to get that out there. So, and like I agree, you got to treat it like a business. And I like to think about this. I like to think about Walmart. Do they open every day? Yeah, they do. 7-Eleven opens every day. They do business every day. So I look at it the same way as if those businesses open every day, then I need to open my business every day. So that's the way I think of when I say I got to do something every day. That's what I do. I have to do something every day to work on my business. So I'll leave you guys with that thought.
Thank you, Kelvin.
I want to share something real funny with you guys real quick. I'm new to email marketing, so if you're worried about making a mistake, in your business, let me just kind of reassure you that it's okay, all right? I've accumulated, I got multiple lists. I'm even going so far because Vic is really, he's really taught me and showed me track your data, like know where your information is coming from and know, really master your numbers and stuff, right? So I've even segregated my lists based on my campaigns, and so I've got a couple offers I'm doing. So I have a few lists. I've got, I think, 4 lists. I've got almost 900 people on my list total. This is funny. I've been emailing the wrong list for like a week. Sending the wrong deal. I didn't know what I was doing, man. I'm like, how come I'm getting all these unsubscribes, man? Hey, man, you figure it out as you go, right? It's all, you gotta have fun with it, man. So don't worry about making a mistake. It's gonna happen. So what? Keep going, man. Just keep on going. It's great. So.
Thank you, brother. Hey, Garen, what's happening? Any last minute comments?
I just appreciate everybody's feedback and insights, and yeah, Jesse, that's a really great thing to be able to laugh at ourselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think about what Jason said: when you give up the right to fail, you'll always succeed. So yeah, I'm right on with that, and moving forward every day, writing out my plan and doing the Eisenhower box thing, what's the most urgent and important. So I wish you guys all the best. Have a great week. Project Breakthrough, PPC Mastery. Let's do it.
Yes.
Sharon? You got anything to say, Sharon?
Me? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said somebody else. I just want to tell everybody thank you, and I think this is a great group, lots of good information, and when I get home, I'll have some more stuff that I'd like to share with you. I took a class, several classes this last week, and so I have stuff to share with that, but I need to probably type it up and then figure out how to get it to you guys. Maybe I could email it to the group or something. But different stuff that I learned from that group on hashtags. I knew about hashtags, but I've never done it before, so that was interesting, and just a whole bunch of stuff. I did a class on videos, and then a class about branding and all kinds of stuff. So I have stuff to share in the future.
Awesome. Maybe Ben can you can get a hold of Ben. He's got a list of the emails. Is that Ben?
Yeah, I've got a list of the emails. If you get in the group, you're gonna have a list of everybody. You can just send off something like that too. But I'll send that over to you, Sharon.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Cool. I'm taking everything that we've been talking about, like everything that we've shared, including the Garen's sheet and the Eisenhower box. I'm putting those on the Facebook group if anybody wants to use those. I also, if I could share with you guys my screen real quick, just show with you something that I did. I took way too much time and played. And this is my play right here. So if you remember, Rory went through and talked about the percentages last week, like leads to video 1. This is the TDE funnel. So if you get this many leads, this is how many will watch video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4, and then how many will see the sales page and how many will buy. So I took that and I said, all right, this is my income goal. This is how much my cost per click is. And I said, this is the best one. I said, look, if I have $500 a month, I got to change this back to this. If I have $500 a month, I get 500 clicks. I'll get 100 subscribers. I'll get probably 1 sale. I might get more. If I'm doing TDE, I'll make 70% because I'm a certified partner. And then I'll make that much, and I will have lost $152. So the question is, the next month I'll invest another $500, but how will I continue to grow? So I was just playing with numbers, and if I invest $800 here, to get 800 clicks. Now this is $1 per click. I mean, you could get it for 40 cents, and it extremely maximizes the amount of money that you can make at the end. You could be making $800,000. I'm saying it's going to take $1 because I have no idea what it's going to cost. And this is me without a landing page. This is going straight to TDE. If I do that, I should get 3 sales and 1 elite sale, according to averages, which are never true. And then I will have made $452. So that's HTA. I will have made $1,200 minus the $800 that I spent. So there's $400. I put that into the next month's budget. And I just kept scaling until I said, I'm making enough that I'm going to take home something. And so with this, it's not exact, it's not perfect, but if I follow this plan, I will put in about $1,300 over 2-3 months, and I should be able to build something around $100,000 after a year. Is this too much, or does that make sense?
And that's from reinvesting your initial budget from month 1, which you made, you rolled over into month 2. So at the end over there on my far right, it shows a total of 1,300, which obviously wouldn't add up 800 times 12 months, but
right.
You're reinvesting that back.
So I took 800 and then I invested 500 the next month. There's 500 for the next month.
Right.
And after that, it's self-sustaining. I don't have to put money into it because I made $960. So then I put that $960 up here, get the clicks. That would make me $1,600. Put the $1,600 up here, gives me $3,000. $3,000, $5,000. Now, if I were to increase this, if I were to put more money in all the time, if I were to put $500 in all the time, the numbers would turn out much more different.
Yeah.
But,
hey, Ben, let me ask you something. So you had mentioned that there's no landing pages going right to the offer. What would happen? How could we increase your numbers by maybe split testing landing pages on a rotator and seeing which one converts highest within like the first quarter and running with that to get more accurate numbers and higher return?
Honestly, you can rotate his stuff. I'm talking about, if you do it through TDE, you should be getting the lead for yourself, in your own little thing.
Right.
In your own autoresponder, so it duplicates. But honestly, just rotate his stuff is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about putting your own lead magnet in front of it. I'm just saying do that basic offer. If you do your own lead magnet, hopefully, if you're good at it, you get your percentages higher.
Right.
So, but I went with a minimum percentage of like 20% opt-in.
Okay.
And so I was low. I do everything low end because I like to be surprised.
Right. Cool, man.
Conservative numbers.
Yeah. So just so you know, it's possible mathematically. You just got to be a machine.
So are you sharing that with the group just to show us what it's about, or is there a way that we can learn how to do something like that as far as a spreadsheet?
I'd be willing to share it with you guys if you wanted to play with it. It's stupidly complicated.
How are you marketing? What's your is that PPC, or are you buying solo ads with that, or like what's your?
I just said $1 per click. I didn't say how I was getting it. Honestly, they're probably, if you're getting an opt-in of 20%, you're not getting a very good direct or specific customer. So you're probably doing a solo ad.
Right.
If you're doing something a little bit better, then that'll change your cost per click, so you can get more. And it also, I didn't put retargeting in there because they talked about retargeting afterwards, and now my head's gonna explode. I can't do it. So honestly, just you throw in your retargeting and things. It was a proof of concept for me.
What's awesome with that is kind of like for people that wants to be able to learn how to see it, visualize it. There's some way of visualizing what can be done, and when you change the numbers, it kind of like changes the outcomes. And so I think that'll be for people that really can understand how that goes, and using the formula that Rory came up with last week. I think that's pretty powerful. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you got anything that maybe I'll reach out to you and see how I can get a copy of that on your Excel sheet and see how I can create something like that. That'll be cool. Hey, Zach, how about sharing something as far as closing comments, man?
Yes, I would like to share something here. I was going through a training program by Jordan Belfort, and I'm going to share something to all my friends over here. Have your goals in front of you all the time, and that will keep you motivated. And how are you going to do that? And one of the ways he shared is have it as a screensaver on your phone, because we all look at our phones all the time. Now, one thing I want to share, and he mentioned in his training as well, have simple goals which you can follow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is very, very important. Step by step. Take baby steps. Have them in your to-do list. That's fine. And go through them. It will keep you excited. It's going to keep you motivated. It doesn't mean you won't have a grind, but it's just like glass half empty versus glass half full. So I hope that's going to help everybody, because we're all motivated here. We all have our goals, and we want to stay focused. The more focused we are, and the more we can break down the goals and simplify them, the chances of you hitting your targets, you know, it significantly increases your success.
Thank you.
No problem.
I think the comments, the closing comments was all very valuable and powerful. I'll just let you guys know that I'll post in the chat box, or I'll send you guys through email that link for the video, and that way we can you know, review the video that Rory put together. There's also awesome video. So I think we all can agree that we gaining value from our hour and a half spent together.
Yeah.
For those that just
Yeah.
came on today, we appreciate the time over here and your contribution. I think some of you that are doing the PPC Mastery and the Marketing Master Marketers program, I think it kind of builds our belief and interest in maybe getting that program, because actually the programs is going to increase in cost. The PPC will increase, and all those other programs will increase in cost. So whether you can get them individually or you look at getting the whole package, I think you guys helping us to make a better decision on what we could do. But we'll see you guys next week, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next
Right.
week.
I'll be there.
Peace and blessings, everyone. Rock steady.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks a
All
lot.
Bye.
Later.
Aloha, man. Hey, Ben.
Yeah, man.
So that spreadsheet that you just put out, is that something that's duplicatable? Like, is that something that you could actually link to somebody and they could actually use it?
Kinda. I just put it on the Facebook group.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that was a good idea to get the Facebook group. That way, when I put the link for the Hangout, I only have to put one link up.
Yeah, I think that'll work really good.
Everybody can refer to that.
Garen, Sharon, and Kelvin.